forget to smash the like button and share this video with as many people as you can. And if you have not subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do it so that you don't miss any of my videos. So without any delay, let's get started. And today we are gonna learn about the HTML SSE API. So we are gonna learn about the HTML SSE API. I'm very excited for this. Are you? Let's get started. Dab. So I'm just going to Chrome. Yeah. So the HTML SSE API. So server sent events SSE. So SSE stands for server sent events. So server sent events allow a web page to get updates from a server. So like you must have seen the apps Google News. So you must have seen it, the Google News app. In that it keeps on updating itself. When a new news comes, it keeps on updating itself. So like a new news comes and it shows it. A person can't sit to do that every time. So automatically the server does it for them. Server sent events is just for that. Using server sent events, you can create a Google News type of app also. But today we are gonna learn about server sent events and we are gonna go into the basics of it. Okay? So basically it allows a web page to get updates from a server. So it is for getting updates from a server, right? So server sent events one-way messaging. So it is a one-way messaging. A server sent event is when a web page automatically get updates from server. So you have a web page and it automatically gets updates from a server. How can you do that? Using server sent events. Like I told you, Google News. Google News is a web page. How can it update itself again and again when a new news comes? Because of server sent events. This was also possible before, but the web page would have to ask if any updates were available. So before server sent events, it was possible to do the same thing, but our web page would have to ask if any updates were there available. But in server sent events, whenever an update comes, it just sends it to the web page and it works for them. Okay, so but with server sent events, the update comes automatically. So in a simpler language, the update comes automatically. Examples: Facebook, Twitter updates. So you must have used Facebook, Twitter, and in those updates come, like they use server sent events. Stock price updates. So you must have seen stock price updates. They also use server sent events. Newsfeed, like Google News, they also use server sent events. Sport results, like when a cricket match ends, automatically if you search on Google what was the score of it, automatically like it comes the current score, or if the match ends, it tells the final result of it. So that is also done by server sent events. So server sent events is a very useful HTML API. Okay, so the browser support of server sent events. The numbers in the table specify the first browser versions that fully support server sent events. So the API is server sent events, and Google Chrome supported it from 6.0, and today there's about a 50.0 something that we are using. So it is so old. This is Internet Explorer or Edge. So it's not giving anything when I'm hovering on it. So it is Internet Explorer or Edge, and server sent events were supported in it in the version 79.0. So if I search like Edge latest version, Edge latest version. So what is the Microsoft Edge latest version? What is it? It is 90.0 something. Okay, so it is 90.0 something, and it was server sent events were supported in Edge in like 79.0 something. So it was quite late. Edge was quite late to support them. Okay. Then we have Firefox. It also supported it in 6.0 server sent events. Then Safari supported it in 5.0, and then Opera supported it in 11.5. Instead of Edge, all the browsers supported it early, so that means it is quite an old API. Okay. So receive server sent event notifications. So let's see how to receive server sent event notifications. The event source object is used to receive server sent event notifications. So if you have seen my web workers video and you know how to deal with web workers, you must have seen web workers also have this type of syntax only. Like they also have when we try it, they more or less have this type of syntax. So like they check if we are checking first over here that if server sent events, that is event source is basically an object. Okay, so we are first checking that if the event source object, the which we are using for server sent events, if it is supported or not. If it is not equal to undefined, that means it is supported in the browser. So if it is not equal to undefined, it is going in here and it is creating a variable source and a new event source object, demo sse.php. So this over here, there is some demo sse.php and we are passing it to event source. Whenever a message is received, we call a function. So there is an on message event, and whenever it is true, so like whenever a message is received, we are calling a function and in it we are getting the event. What we are doing, we are accessing the result where we want to show a data, and then its inner HTML we are setting to event.data. So whatever event we received, it's data. Okay, and then we added a BR for a new line. So we are receiving the server time and the real server time. Okay, so this says the server time is and then the real server time. So we are receiving this from the server. Okay, but if this is undefined over here, that means that your browser is not supporting server sent events. So it goes in the else statement and it shows us, sorry, your browser does not support server sent events. Okay, so we use the event source object for server sent events. Over in web workers, we use the worker object. Okay, so now this example is explained. We are creating a new event source object and we are specifying the URL of the page sending the updates. So in this event source, we specify the URL of the page that is sending us the updates, that is demo sse.php. Okay, and then each time an update is received, so each time the update is received, the on message event occurs. So the on message event is occurred. When an on message event occurs, whenever this is occurred over here, put the received data into the element with the ID result. So we are accessing the result and then it's in an HTML we are setting to event.data and then add BR. Okay, so check server sent events support. So basically you need to check the support first, okay, or your app will not give a good impression on the user. Okay, so in the tried example above, there was some extra lines of code to check browser support for server sent events. So this if and else statement is used to check for server sent events if it is supported or not. The object is event source, So the browser will recognize event source if it is supported. If server sent events is not supported, the browser will not recognize the event source object. Okay, and it would give undefined. So we are checking if the type of this event source over here is not equals to undefined. That means server sent event is supported, and then you could do whatever you want to. And if it gives undefined, it goes in else, and it shows sorry, no server sent events supported. Okay, so you see server sent events is so easy. We are just next we are seeing the PHP and ASP files. Okay, but you see how easy it is. You just need to create a PHP file. You need to make a event source object, and whenever a message is received to the client, whenever server sends a message to the client, the on message event is triggered, and whenever it is triggered, this function over here is called, and in this function we are just accessing result or container of our whatever text data, and it's in an HTML we are setting to whatever event we get over here and dot data. Okay, and then we are adding a BR. So event dot data is eventually getting the data whatever we receive. So now we are on the server side code example. For the example above to work, you need a server capable of sending data updates like PHP or ASP. So basically you need a server capable of sending data updates. You can't use server sent events without like a PHP or an ASP file. Here we are using a PHP file. So now we would get to see the PHP file. The server side event stream syntax is simple. So the server side event stream syntax is very simple. Set the content type header. So just make a header and set the content type header to text event stream. Okay, so what would happen if you set it to text event stream? If you set it to text event stream, you can start sending event streams. Okay, so this is basically text or event stream. Okay, so after setting this header, you can basically just start sending event streams to the web page. Code in PHP demo ssc.php. So this is the demo ssc.php. So here we are creating a PHP file. Okay, in that we are having a header and we are setting a content type like it said over here, and we are header. This is a header content type header, and its value is text or event stream. So now after setting this, we can start sending event streams. Then what we are doing cache control equals to no cache. So we don't want to, like, basically we are specifying that the page should not cache. So over here we are specifying that the page should not cache. We don't want to cache the page. So we are specifying that in this header cache control that it should not cache. The page should not cache. Okay, then we are creating a variable time. So we in PHP you create variables using $sign. So $time is equal to date hour. So what this is doing, this is bringing the server's current time. So it is bringing the server's current time. Okay, then what we are doing, we are doing echo data, the server time is, and then $time. So using echo, what we are doing, we are creating a string that would go back to the web page. So using echo, we are creating a string that would go back to the web page when we call flush. Okay, and in this we give data. Okay, so data, and then its value is the server time is. So it would show the server time is, and then whatever we got in time. To concatenate this time, we need to give braces around it, curly braces around it, and then we are showing $time. Okay, and then we are giving 2 new lines. Okay, so it would show the server time is, and then the $time, whatever its value is. Okay, and this data would not be shown. We would just see when the code is explained why. Okay, so the code in ASP is like this: response.content type to set the header, like the content type header, you would do response.content type in ASP equals to text or event stream. Using this, you can start sending event streams now. Now you give the expiry date, expires equals to -1. So you're doing response.expires is equals to -1. Response.write, so this is just like echo, that it would write whatever data needs to be sent to the server, and to the web page. And whenever we call flush, this whatever we give over here in write, this would be sent to our web page. Okay, so we are writing data, as here we also wrote data over here also. Then we are giving a colon, and then we are writing the server time is, so like this over here, and then we are doing and, so to concatenate this, and now. So what does now function do? It brings the current server time. And then this flush function, what this does, this pushes the data back to the web page. So whatever we give in echo, it gives it back to the web page. Okay, so now the code is explained in this person's language. So first we are setting the content type header to text event stream, so that we could start sending event streams. Okay, then we are specifying that the page should not cache. So we don't want the page to cache, so we are specifying that the page should not cache. Output the data to send, always start with data. So here we are outputting the data to send, so we are making the data to send. Okay, and always start with data, so you need to always start with data over here. Okay, and then flush the output back to the web page. This means that you are sending the data, whatever you give in echo or response.write, you are sending that data back to our web page. Okay, so this is very easy. Like the PHP file is so easy, the ASP file is also so easy, right? So this is very easy. Server sent events is very easy to use. You could use this anytime. So in the above example over here, you see that it is showing us again and again this server update. The server time is this. Okay, then after some seconds it is showing this. Okay, after some seconds it is showing this. So it takes time to bring the data from the server and then send it to us. And when it sends it to us, the on message is triggered. So after to the PHP file that is accessing the data from the server. Okay, so it is accessing the time from the server, right? So it takes some time. Okay, then when it is sending to the web page, the on message event is triggered, and then this function is called over here whenever it is triggered, and in this function we are just showing our data, whatever we receive. Okay, quite simple. And now we are on the final part, the event source object. So in the example above, we use the on message event to get messages. So on message is triggered whenever the message is received. But other events are also available, like on open, when a connection to the server is open. So the on open event is triggered when a connection is when a connection to the server is open, when the connection is open. Okay, the on message event, we all know that when a message is received, and then an on error when an error occurs. So whenever an error would occur, the on error event would trigger. Okay, and this was the chapter. So thank you guys. If you like the video, don't forget to smash the like button and share this video with as many people as you can. And if you are not subscribed to my channel yet, kindly do it so that you don't miss any of my videos. Thank you guys. Bye. Stay safe, stay healthy, and keep watching my videos. Dab!